Facebook has just announced officially its global coin, or as rebranded, LIBRA, with of course the mainstream media calling it a crypto, but in reality what it is a global initiative that some are saying is the traditional finance finally opening up, with the largest corporations in the world getting into the crypto space, while other people are calling it a Disney dollar for the new world order. And looking at this issue very closely, there is something very significant here, as I do believe this latest news by Facebook is actually one of the biggest news in the crypto space ever since the launch of Ethereum. And there will be many significant ramifications because of this new crypto. There's a reason I'm using quotation marks here, by the way. But that's why in this video, I want to tell you the pros and cons of what really is a global initiative of all these powerful entities coming together, telling you everything you need to know about Libra, as well as at the end of the video, speculating the worst possible outcome that could happen from all of this. Now, before we begin our video, I sincerely want to thank everyone who has been donating cryptocurrencies. We were one of the few first news organizations to ever accept cryptocurrencies, and they have been integral in keeping us alive as independent media organizations. And now, even if you don't have any crypto, you could still support us without spending a dime by using platforms that we personally use, like Brave, Presearch, DLive, and Steemit. And just by simply using these platforms with these links, you earn crypto, and so do we. So definitely check that out if you have some free time, and thank you for participating in the decentralization of our online and financial lives, which a lot of critics are saying is the complete opposite of what Facebook believes, and rightfully so, since Facebook really doesn't have the best of reputations out there, quite the contrary. But its latest global initiative with Libra is a significant one with major ramifications, and that's why it's important to talk about this issue as honestly as possible with the important facts surrounding these major moves in digital online money. Now, we've been hearing rumblings about a new Facebook cryptocurrency coin, which was internally referred to as global coin. And now, just recently, the official announcement for Libra was made, where many of the documents, the white papers, and even some of the source code was released around this specific global currency structure that will supposedly help the poorest in this world. Even saying specifically here, quote, Libra's mission is to enable a simple global currency and financial infrastructure that empowers billions of people. Now, of course, many people are not calling this a cryptocurrency like a lot of the mainstream media outlets are calling it as, because many people are saying it's simply not crypto. It's a controlled distributed database which is backed by fiat. As this author points out, it's a currency in the same way that PayPal is a currency. In other words, it's a territory layer built on top of underlying banking and central banking systems. And when you look at the traditional finance and institutional power and global power in the corporate world that are participating in this project, it is astounding to see all laid out in front of us. I mean, we specifically have PayPal, Coinbase, Uber, MasterCard, Visa, Lyft, Stripe, eBay, Spotify, Vodafone, and many other capital investment firms that demonstrate just how far and significant scale that this will be moved forward with. Now, there are blockchain companies who are participating with this project, who are on the board of Libra, which is based in Switzerland. They, of course, also have NGOs a part of this board. Of course, payment companies like Stripe, MasterCard, PayPal, Visa, which is very significant here, as well as, of course, other tech and consumer companies with major telephone comm giants like Vodafone, and of course the venture capital, which creates this ecosystem where this new global initiative will be working towards together, supposedly helping the poor. Yeah. I'm sorry, but you can see my skepticism here, and I think it's important to point out so you understand where my reporting is coming from. But what's important to point out here is that this new kind of global initiative is promising zero fees, an easy way to buy, these coins with fiat, implementing the use of it at grocery stores and, of course, online digital marketplaces. And specifically, even though Facebook is fully behind this, they specifically are claiming that they are not in control of Libra and are marketing everything as just that they have a single vote in the governance of this, along with the other founding members and the association and the mega corporations that we were just talking about beforehand. And each of these major participants have to invest at least $10 million into this project. And even though Facebook only has 1% of the control of Libra, it did also launch a subsidiary company called Libra, which will of course will be like a wallet, handle the crypto dealings, and quote, this is hilarious here, protect users' privacy. This is this is what they're claiming. This is literally like the Hamburglar being in charge. Leaving the Hamburglar in charge of your hamburger. That's literally, honestly, what they're trying to sell here. Now, they're saying that because there's a separation of these two Libras and Kali Libras and the wallet and the currency, there's going to be two currencies, by the way, one for investment, one for using, one for governance, one for using. But they're claiming so the payments aren't mingled with, so Facebook doesn't have any of the data on the payments, so it can't be used for ad targeting. And that allegedly your identity won't be tied to your publicly visible transaction, which is highly unlikely and something that I am very doubtful for. Now, this is officially what is stated here and what they are officially saying. And my doubts are specifically coming from the past behavior of many of these corporations, and specifically Facebook, that you could say conducted themselves in many scrupulous ways. Oh, that's a fancy word that I said there. Now, the PR here is very important, since Libra is saying that, of course, this new supposed cryptocurrencies will help the poorest in our world, since, the poorest usually pay the most for financial services, and it costs more for poorer people to transfer money than, of course, people who have a lot of money, which Libra says it will rectify in some way with this new global currency. And the PR here is very important, because this is what ultimately did make cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin great. This is what many people saw as the major game changer. So this to be done by traditional finance is extremely interesting, but also worrying to a lot of other individuals, because again, the PR here is very, very important. They are selling you this idea, and Facebook is being very careful about their association with it. They have their talking points. They're talking about 1% of government. You don't see Mark Zuckerberg announcing this at all, even though it is Facebook behind this. They are making sure that Facebook and their reputation, which is horrible, is not connected to this Libra coin at all, even though it is an attempt by them that is not working out in the best of ways. Since, everyone's just saying, hey, that's the new Facebook Disney New World Order coin. That's literally the criticism. And again, this is the same Mark Zuckerberg, by the way, who recently was in front of Congress saying that his company was too powerful, that we needed regulations, we needed government to step in because his company, Facebook, made too many mistakes. And now he's creating a global currency, essentially something that's going to have power over the global economy more than any other government out there. This also gives them an incredible amount of data at their fingertips, which they say, hey, no, we're not gonna meddle with this information that's gonna make us very rich at all. And again, this whole PR thing about helping the poor, I mean, they could just easily create a system that allows people to transfer money at a low-cost system, an app, but a new global currency, it really, come on, it falls flat on its own face, the marketing behind all of this, which is really all about power. And they still have the audacity to describe this system as somehow decentralized. Well, yeah, I guess it's more decentralized than Visa, which is one company, and of course it's not decentralized at all when you compare it to Ethereum or Bitcoin or other real cryptocurrencies out there. But in reality, they're saying they're decentralized because they have many mega corporations involved in some of the decision making behind their initiative. And the big question is, will it work? especially with the regulations of big government, which some are saying may even halt Libra, this new global currency, with, of course, lawmakers calling for hearings about this new cryptocurrency. Again, quotation marks every time we say cryptocurrency here, guys. And just how inept and stupid and idiotic government is, I highly doubt anything significant will be done here, in my personal opinion. And even though some people are celebrating this, I wouldn't be personally too overexcited about this. Now, again, the main issue here that a lot of people are bringing up is, of course, the reputation of Mark Zuckerberg to be a known liar, Facebook extorting, selling its users to the highest bidder in the most creepiest, disturbing ways, violating your privacy as an individual, even individuals who don't have Facebook, spying, databasing them in so many illicit ways, while at the same time pushing a political agenda, censoring independent media, censoring independent thought, playing around in the political system toward their favorable outcome, which they have manipulated before, as well as just representing special interests on behalf of all of the people who are just willing to pay them the top dollar to censor or destroy their competition, which Facebook has done. Sorry, I'm going on a rant here. I apologize for this already. But overall, as you could understand, I am very skeptical, and I believe you should be as well, of this Libra coin. The companies who are involved with this, like Visa, like PayPal, and MasterCard, have even previously censored individuals that they disagreed with, specifically talking about people like Julian Assange of WikiLeaks, that they took away the ability to collect money online. Why? Because he was publishing information about how the U.S. government and the U.S. intelligence agencies were lying to you. Yes. So with these kind of mega corporations involved, with the reputation of Facebook, only the worst could come from all of this. And even though some people are saying that this is going to be great for crypto itself, great for Bitcoin with the search volumes going up, the dangers far outweigh the short-term economic aspirations of the few people who are blinded by their wanting of wealth over their realization of their freedoms being eviscerated every single day by these private technocrats. And when the traditional finance systems are, quote, opening up, trying to help the poorest people in the world, well, look at the same institutionalized traditional finance people and what they have been doing within the last few decades. This is not about helping the poor. This is about helping themselves. And now, of course, I said I would tell you the worst possible outcome of Libra. Well, this is it. This is it right here. Oh, you said the word snowflake? You made fun of a social justice warrior? Your account's shut down. You can't pay for your groceries. You want to appeal that? Good luck, little peon schmuck, because the mega corporations are going to give you and tell you everything you should and shouldn't do, think, say, or even dare to dream about. Your corporate technocratic monopoly overlords are here, and you will bow down to them and take it up the wazoo because resistance is futile. Sorry, I got seriously though, I'm exaggerating a little bit, a little tiny bit. Now, of course, many people point out to Libra being a threat against Bitcoin. I don't think it will ever be a threat against Bitcoin because of the possibility of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies to be anonymous, to be decentralized, and to also have very little fees compared to the bigger banking institutions. I would say the bigger threat would be against Ethereum, mainly because this kind of new Libra announcement also announced a new code, also allowed smart contracts and a programming language that is not as difficult as the one that Ethereum is backed on. So there is a threat to Ethereum in the long run, and of course a big economic threat towards us being just enslaved financially, economically, by of course the big tech overlords that already have way too much power. By the way, guys, I actually watched this video here by Ivan on Tech that was very useful on just everything that was announced with Calibra, with Libra. I watched this entire video and was able to gain some valuable, important information. This is not a promotion, but if you want to know about Libra and all the technical aspects, this random YouTuber that I found did a good job on it. I will link him in the description below because this is what it's all about. This is about the YouTube community being there for each other. I also seen another clip of him saying he was being censored by YouTube. Oh, you know, which is happening? Oh, surprisingly, also here. Oh, gee, I wonder why. You know, one of the channels that was warning about big tech overlords since 2008. I wonder why we're having problems with the big tech overlords. Gee, I wouldn't know. And again, thank you, everyone, offsetting that with real decentralized cryptocurrencies, whether EOS, Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, Dash, or Monero. I strongly, really appreciate all your help and contributions. They mean the world to us and keep us free and independent. And hey, man, if you're not doing too well financially, just like this very own user organization, just use good services like Brave and Presearch, which I've been using and enjoying very much. So that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned for more here on WeAreChange.org.